Center. It is Wednesday evening. Welcome everybody. If you're new here, go down to that bottom right hand corner, hit that Options Center logo and subscribe. And if you would like to get these videos each and every day, or at least we try to, and also a weekend video for free, then make sure you hit that notification button. We try to update you whenever it matters, keep you educated on what's happening, and give a little insight. Things are moving fast right now. They're changing each and every day, but our primary theme stays the same. Okay. So if you move on with the daily subject, you're getting whipped back and forth, down, up, down, gapping down, up. And it's just, it's really, really difficult. You're not getting any real swings here. If you're day trading, hey, you're probably living a glorious life, but you know, we have a swing here for an A, swing here for a B, and then, you know, you start off with a swing here. We can consider this a C, or if you're really bullish, this is a C, or this is just the beginning of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is what we've been talking about this whole time. So we still have that same game plan, but in the micro term, we do want to point out that we did close over the 8 EMA back since the end of September. There is the last time we were above it. And, you know, just closing over the 100 MA and the 8 EMA gives us a little bit of life, saying that, hey, maybe we're going to swing from yesterday to, or I'm sorry, today into tomorrow, perhaps, or maybe a doji for the third day, or perhaps this is a bullish rally that shall continue. But right now, we have to understand, let me do this right in front of you. We have a couple tea leaves. I keep talking about them over and over. First of all, we have not, the ending diagonal here at the end of this run here, wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, just by measured move, we would hit the end of the diagonal that just happens to coincide with the 382 fib. So I think we're still going to come down here. It's just a matter of when and how, and that's the most difficult part here that we're having. So I do want to show we are still in a downtrend. Let's go ahead and put that downtrend here. That nothing has changed. It coincides with the 20 MA at this point. So you know, whether we get over this or not, tomorrow, if we gap above and continue to move to the upside, we have some work to do to actually be bullish. Okay, so keep that in mind. You know, over this EMA tomorrow, if we gap over that, we're gonna definitely let up on some of the put options that we have. But notice that the MACD it's starting to curl to the upside, but really it's well into bearish territory, and also the RSI. With that slight divergence that I believe we had, we started to work our way up, and maybe we'll retest this 50 area just above perhaps the 51, 52 area before we start our next wave down. That would definitely coincide with after A, B, and then our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. Let's move down to the 65-minute chart just so we can see some of this in a little bit more detail. Okay, so what have we been dealing with? We had this ABC down, this ABC up, so a 3-wave move down, 3-wave move up, and now, in my opinion, what we are now moving a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. Now, this wave 2 possibly could be a triangle. Now, we do know that aftermarket, you'll see that yourself on the ES, the futures, that we are gapping above this at this point, but we have to wait till tomorrow to see what kind of price action happens throughout the night. Something else could totally be happening. We could start here back inside this range of the triangle. But either way, this could be a triangle. We thought it might have been a 1, 2, 1, 2, but we got kind of past that point. It has not been negated yet. A close above this range here of this 43, about 70 area would negate that actual count. We haven't, but this is a little bit more susceptible to being an actual triangle at this point. If not, there's even another count. I know you see these 1-2s here. I know you see these white 1, 2. You know, if you take these out, this D, E, and let's say that we got our expanding flat, A, B, C, and then this is a 1. Well, I don't want to use these at all. And then this is actually just a expanding flat. So we have the A, B, and then a ABC. So, you know, I mean, I'm starting to, it sounds like I'm making things up here. So we're going to have to watch the price action. But we're getting a very complex correction here. They're not being easy. They're just whipsawing us back and forth. And as soon as we get a definite move to the upside, then I do think that we'll start to retest this downtrend line and also maybe this gap area before we either start heading down for a bigger move and continuation of the bearish trend. Or we were all wrong with our count in the primary and the intermediate term, and we moved to all-time highs at this point. Okay, so we will have a breaking point. This was just a whipsaw move. Let's see if we actually do gap above this and see what kind of resistance we get before we try some more puts at the downtrend or the gap area. We will keep some long-term puts, but we will be hedging. Roku was a great hedge today. We had that in our membership alert for today, last night, and the morning prep. And then also the Beyond, we did put that out there today. So we'll see. Beyond started to break out from a very tight range, and let's see if we can get that follow through tomorrow. If we are definitely strong, I think Beyond will continue to move, or maybe we'll get some news overnight or something like that. It tends to happen when you have a great setup. So you know, still on the bearish side, but in the micro term, maybe we do gap up and retest some the downtrend line in the gap area. So okay, let's go over to the SPY. The SPY on the daily trend is our friend. We still do think look at this nice bullish candle here, just closing above the 100. Oh, looks like we got some. Yeah, we're after hours. We're moving on up. So we have our alerts here. We really want to get above this area. You really do see right where this 436.50 mark is. I'll just actually put a support resistance area just so you can see where there's a lot of things happening. Let's change this line to a nice solid red line just so we can keep note of that. There's some resistance right here. So you see all the touches here. We have a peak and then we have a support, resistance and support resistance, all sorts of touches along here. Didn't quite make it there, but looks like, you know, tomorrow we may have a little bit of a time to unless we gap over it, then we'll have a little bit of a tough time to get past that point before we start heading back down. If we reject off of there, if not, then we are definitely going to use that as a support area and also have some nice bullish plays to see if we retest. I know we talked about other videos where we'd retest that 20 and the 50. We haven't forgotten about that. It's just that the type of plays that were happening, we were definitely playing to the downside. Today we shifted, and now we have to start claiming that it could start happening again. I know we're wishy-washy, we're getting back and forth, but Benefit of the doubt goes down to the bears. Either way it goes, we did have some nice volume here. That's why we're looking on the SPY for this up move. So that's a little bit concerning for the bears, but let's just keep doing what we do and play both sides of the market, get a couple day trades in, keep hedging our moves until we see something really good for a really good setup. So that's almost it. Let's go over to the VIX futures, see what's happening. The VIX, you got a little bit perky, kept trying wicks after wicks up here in the 2350 range, and now we're pushing back down, but still above the 20 range. So we're making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, and then right now we're actually making a lower low. So we really have to see what happens with this next move, whether we're gonna make a lower low or continue to the upside. So that we'll keep in mind. You guys, we will keep updating you as much as possible. So thanks for joining us here at Options Center. Have a good night.